Hey everyone, ever get stuck trying to talk about what you're doing tomorrow or next week? Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to completely master one of the most useful tools in English, the future simple tense, using that little word will. By the time we're done, you'll be talking about the future like a pro. Let's jump right in.
So, here's the game plan. First, we'll get our heads around what the future simple actually is. Then, we'll see how easy it is to build it. After that, we'll look at negatives and questions. And then, the really important part, when to actually use will. And finally, we'll pack you a toolkit so you're ready to go. Sound good? Let's do it.
All right, first things first. Section 1. What is the future simple? You got to know what something is before you can use it, right? This is our foundation for everything else to come.
At its heart, it's simple. It's just the way we talk about things that haven't happened yet. Seriously, that's it. Whether you're predicting it's going to rain, promising a friend you'll call them, or just deciding on the spot that you'll have a coffee, all of that is the future simple. It's all about what's next.
Now for the best part. I mean it. Building sentences with will is unbelievably easy. There's basically one magic formula that works every single time. Let's check it out.
And here it is. All you need is a subject, the word will, and the basic form of a verb. That's the whole recipe. And you know what's awesome? It doesn't matter if the subject is I, you, she, or they. The formula stays exactly the same. I will study. She will travel. They will arrive. See? Simple and consistent. Every single time.
Okay, pro tip. When you're actually talking, you're almost always going to hear contractions. It just sounds more natural. People don't usually say, I will call you. They say, I'll call you. It's just faster, you know? So, I will becomes I'll, she will becomes she'll, and they will become they'll. They just sound right, don't they?
Okay, so you've got the positive statements down. That's great. But what about when you want to say something isn't going to happen? Or when you need to ask a question about the future? Let's flip the coin and look at negatives and questions.
And guess what? Making a negative is just as easy. All you do is pop the word not right after will. So I will go turns into I will not go. But, just like before, in a real conversation, you'll almost always hear the contraction, won't. So will not becomes won't. It's way more common to hear, she won't come.
So what about asking a question? You guessed it, it's also ridiculously simple. You just take will and the subject and flip them. The statement, you will help me, becomes the question, will you help me? The word will just slides right to the front. That's the entire trick.
And when somebody asks you one of these will questions, you don't need to give a long, complicated answer. You can keep it short and sweet. Someone asks, will you attend the meeting? You can just say, yes, I will, or no, I won't. It's quick, it's clear, and it's perfect.
All right, this is a big one. We've got the structure locked down, we know how to make the sentences. But now for the million-dollar question, when do you actually use will? Let's break down the 5 most important situations.
First up, we've got predictions. This is for when you're talking about something you think or believe is going to happen. You're not 100% certain, it's more like your opinion or your best guess. You know, like looking at the clouds and saying, I think it'll rain tomorrow. That's a classic prediction. Number 2, and this one is a game changer, spontaneous decisions. These are the choices you make right on the spot with no prior planning. Imagine your phone starts ringing. You haven't planned to answer it, you just decide in that second, I'll get it. Or you suddenly realize you're thirsty and say, you know what, I'll get some water. It's all about that instant reaction. Use number 3 is for making promises. When you really want to show someone that you're serious and you mean what you say, will is your go-to word. It gives your words so much more weight. Think about it. Saying, I will help you feels so much stronger and more sincere than just, I can help you, right? It's a real commitment. And moving on to number 4, we have offers. This is very similar to promises. It's that kind, polite thing you do when you see someone who could use a hand. You see them struggling with a heavy bag and you say, here, I'll carry that for you. It's a super simple and natural way to offer help.
And finally, number 5, future facts. Now, this is different from a prediction. This isn't a guess. This is for something that is certain, something that's on a schedule. Things like the meeting will start at 10 a.m. or the sun will rise tomorrow. It's a fixed event, a sure thing. Whew, we've covered the what, the how, and the when. So now, let's put all of that knowledge together into a handy toolkit that you can start using like right now.
So to really make your future sentences shine, you can pair will with time expressions like these. Think of them as signal words. When you say tomorrow, next week, or soon, you're making it crystal clear that you're talking about the future. They're the perfect partners for will.
Okay, let's do a super quick recap of everything. The form is easy. Will plus the base verb. We use it for future actions. The negative is won't. And questions start with will. And remember those 5 key situations? Predictions, spontaneous decisions, promises, offers, and facts. Got it? Awesome.
And that's it. Your complete guide to using will. It's such a powerful yet simple tool for talking about literally everything that's coming up. So now that you have the formula for the future, I'll leave you with one final question to think about. What will you do tomorrow?